Steve, bin 138, this is the 2008 release, one we've been waiting for a while. Now, we have to go back, what, to 92 to the first release?
Yeah, 1992 was the first release of this wine, and that was Mourvèdre based back in 92.
Yeah, but it's a style that we probably released decades and decades prior to that, but probably just called it a dry red.
That's correct. Back in those days, those styles were popular, but certainly not called what they're called now.
But this release, the 2008, is predominantly Shiraz from memory.
Yep.
Then Mourvèdre and then Grenache.
Yeah, so it's approximately 40% Shiraz and then pretty much equal amounts of Mourvèdre and Grenache in this one.
Unlike other Penfold reds, with perhaps the exception of the Cellar Reserve Pinot Noir, this is matured in separate components and then blended just pre-bottling. Well, why is that?
Yeah, the main reason we actually keep all the varieties separate is really so it gives us a lot more flexibility in blending and just prior to packaging. So whether the Grenache looks good or the Mourvèdre, we can really fine-tune it right at the end.
Yes. I guess sometimes immediately after vintage, lots of things look good with the puppy fat and the vivacity of youth.
That's right.
This gives you a little bit of a buffer.
Yeah, and I think we'll continue to do that for many years.
Well, all of us pretty much are familiar with Shiraz and what it brings to the table, but Grenache, what, more perfume, high notes?
Adds a lot of aromatics to the blend. Mourvèdre can add a lot of structure, really good tannins in Mourvèdre, and Shiraz adds a lot of really good fruit sweetness and generosity.
Well, I've noticed on the market at the moment a lot of 100% Mourvèdres, those lovely inky tannins, a little bit of perfume. It's a very different variety.
It certainly is, and some of the early plantings in the Barossa, and we've got some really old plantings of Mourvèdre and Grenache, they would have been actually put in the ground for fortified production.
Yes.
And that's the beauty that why Barossa's got so many old vineyards.
Yes. Well, when this wine was first released, it actually wasn't called Bin 138, if you remember. It earned its bin name a little bit later, and it was Barossa Valley Old Vines. Yeah. So vineyards around here, we're in Kalimna. There's no set area, it's just the best of what we can get in a given year.
That's correct. There's a fantastic block of Mourvèdre here at Kalimna on the property, but there's also some really good Mourvèdre and Grenache from around the Kalimna area, and also out near Marananga. Some really lovely old vineyards which provide fruit for this wine.
Yeah, and the Grenache vines out Marananga way are those beautiful old gnarled bush vines, aren't they?
Yeah, no trellis, just bush vines like little trees.
Yep, wonderful. So when I taste and smell this wine, you know, I'm getting something quite lifted, like this 08 vintage. Gee, I thought 04 was pretty good, and I certainly thought 02 was for Grenache, but the fruits that just leap out of the glass, this is very, very impressive.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this one to come out for a long time, and I'd nearly go as far as saying that the 2008 Bin 138 is probably our strongest example of this style to date.
Oh, that's a big statement. Yeah. I thought you were going to say since 1998, but to date.
I think it's a very good example.
Yeah, no, it is.